Peace. It's Terrell Lion Martial Arts Academy, and today we're going to go over the competition that I had of me being in a karate tournament, open karate tournament. And though I am a kung fu practitioner specializing in Wing Chun, I always feel that it's great to be able to test yourself in different arts and just out there against different arts. And so the best way to test yourself is to get into a tournament, because what way resembles a real life encounter the best than going against somebody that you don't know and you don't know what they know, and the stress of having to go against somebody that you don't know who also does not care too much about your physical well-being. What better way to prep yourself for all of these aspects that happens in the street than to do it in a tournament where you can still be safe, learn to hype yourself up. And then with this tournament, there was a certain rule set where it was like kickboxing rules. So there's no grabbing, there's no kicks below the waist. So it kills the Wing Chun a little bit, or it takes certain tools out of Wing Chun. But guess what? Punching and kicking is fine. And as far as Kung Fu goes, that suffices in the moments where Wing Chun in and of itself doesn't for the rule set. Starting off, getting a nice shout out from my students. It's always great, and I'm very appreciative of them, because we got a saying here at LMAA. We take on the moniker of the lion because lions are social creatures. They hunt their prey together in a pride. So it's like whenever we train, get ready for competitions, we all do that together as a pride. And then we take pride in our training. And so whenever one of us succeeds, that means that all of us succeed. So all of my students, they have helped me to get better and get prepared for this, even if they didn't think that they did. And I really appreciate each and every one of them. And I appreciate them giving me the opportunity to train them and facilitate their Kung Fu journey. So it really means a lot. And then starting out, I was just kind of seeing how this person is, what his power level is. So, I'm not hitting hard, not really doing too many techniques. I'm just really trying to get a feel for who he is as a fighter, because I'm more of a cerebral fighter anyway. This is where I started establishing myself when I blocked his kick and stepped in with that strong jab with the left. He threw a punch, and then I punched over the top. Trapping hand became my punching hand, and then hooked to the body, which is real wooden dummy type stuff, because you have a movement where you trap and then, or there's jet style high palm. He wasn't ready for it. He got me with that looping hook because it's so unorthodox. It's not strong, but it is annoying. Shell up and again establish myself, punching over the top. Hand isn't recoiling back, so I'm able to throw multiple punches with one hand. Wing Chun concept is free hand hits. Free hand goes forward. So that was the free hand, and it just continued to go forward with my right. After stepping back and punching, follow with the roundhouse, and then a beautiful split shot, stepping off Pak Da. Even though my right hand didn't make contact, it was in position for Pak Da. And I'm just left hand punching right down the middle, just stepping off a beautiful split shot. Nice intercepting fist. Bruce Lee would be proud. Dodging his kick and getting right into a switch kick. Following the switch kick up with punches. Bugert keep him at bay. Camera person not doing their job, but I get it. Aura is so strong, it's hard to keep up. So here, staying out of range, picking them apart, and I was really trying to set up that stepping back roundhouse. Didn't get it clean, but here framing, he got a couple of punches, but once I got my hand on top, it stayed on top, and it continued to press forward and punch, establishing my position, establishing my dominance, and now staying out of his range and just playing my game, picking them apart, jabs, Bugurks, using that as a teep. Front kick, front legs. At this point, I'm just breaking his rhythm. I'm never allowing him to establish rhythm. So a couple of hits here, moving away, moving out, Bugurt, follow up with punches, hitting him in the face. I don't want him to establish rhythm. I don't want him to establish combinations. Shelling up, never letting him get too many clean shots. And the little wave in front of the face is like me feeling myself. Fake switch, Bugurk, nice jab, Bugurk, get out of here. Crescent kick again to destroy his rhythm. So high crescent kick just to make him think like, yo, I can kick that high, and you might want to be careful about just charging in. Bugurk, and then went into this jump kick, but he kind of jammed me in that when I did. But it's all good because I landed and I threw punches, and he proceeded to block every punch with his face. I don't think he was ready for that. I'm continuing to just tee off and throw my punches. Now he's trying to respond. I shell up, and then as I shell up and I feel him stop responding, I follow his hand in and I just finish with a couple punches, and then that's the end of the round. But that's real, wooden dummy type stuff, because the limbs of the dummy are supposed to lead to the trunk. I don't care about your limbs. I'm trying to get to your body. Same thing here. I shelled up. His limbs were hitting me. Once I feel them relax and retract, I knew to follow that into the body, or in this point, the head. So that's it. The fight was won. The work is done. But shout out to my opponent. He karate guy is very difficult to get into the ring, especially against a kung fu practitioner, because there's no way for him to be able to simulate going against me, because it's so rare. And so the angles and the ideas that we use, the concepts that we use, like, it's hard to really get a feeling of what it's like to go against a kung fu person unless you actually go against a kung fu person. And it's more damaging than it looks. There's a lot more hits in there than it looks because it's close range. So it's really hard to tell. So that's the end of the video. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell if you want to keep Kung Fu alive and see how it is applied during this modern time. And also comment below. Let me know, do you want to see another video breakdown, this time of sparring within our own school? Make sure that you follow us on our socials. IG, TikTok, that's where it go down at. And then also you can visit the website www.lionmaacademy.com, and you can contact me and say online coaching in the contact us area, and we can get you set up, get you learning these forms of Wing Chun. I'm going to say peace.